This first one is curious to me. How to prevent vandalism at the new high school when the middle school is plagued with vandalism? I'm not exactly sure how to answer this question. I've had 3 sons go through the middle school. I served on the SGC for, 4 or 5 years. Was at that middle school regularly, and I'm not exactly sure what vandalism that we're talking about. So I don't really know how to answer that question. But what I do know is this: in terms of when a building is new, and with technology, if anyone's been to Barrows, there are going to be cameras pretty much in every corner of the building. You're going to be able to see a freckle on a teenager's forehead if something goes awry. And I don't know if that's a good enough answer for you, but again, I haven't seen a vandalism problem at the middle school, and we do have some. Kathy Kalajian wants to actually step in on this question.
Well, I just wanted to add, I don't think we have vandalism problems, so there's that. But I don't know how many people are familiar with Malcolm Gladwell's tipping point. And he actually looks at the New York City subway system in the 1980s and comes up with some pretty compelling evidence that the deterioration of that system led to people disrespecting it, vandalizing it, and when the cars were updated, the vandalism stopped. So I really do believe if we were to have a problem like that, the renovation would absolutely mitigate it and end it. But we don't currently have a problem with that here anyway.
At the middle school or the high school?
Or at the middle school
or the
or
high
the
school.
high school.
Well,
It is not
I'm
an issue.
not sure
We
with
do
that.
not have an issue with vandalism.
We just don't have an issue. This is a great question. I'm curious to this answer, actually. What hours will the pool and gym be available to the general public? At this time, we don't have that answer. That will be worked out between the recreation folks and the building department. But I imagine for anyone who needs to get in a few backstroke lessons or needs to work on their jump shot, I am confident that this school is going to be accommodating to you, but that will be worked out. And this last question that was given to me, what are 2 examples of how the high school students lack appropriate resources because of the old building? You're going to actually see a few of these examples if you take the time to take a tour. A picture, is worth 1,000 words, quite frankly. Let me just, I will talk about a couple of those that you may not see. I've been privileged. I've walked through Barrows STEM Academy, and I happen to date, the world's greatest first and second grade teacher who works at Barrows. Sorry. And this is what I've learned. It's not just about, having new brick and mortar in your building and having a new chair, but some of the things that you need to provide a 21st century learning environment are things like manipulatives, which would be things that you would be a teacher would use to help provide examples. I've heard my son has. I've gone to parent-teacher conferences, and I recall a teacher saying, "Look, I'd show you how this is actually supposed to work, but we don't have the proper tools to actually do this. So most of what we're learning, we're actually either reading it on the book or watching it on a videotape because we don't have the tools." In almost every classroom, technology is involved. And in almost every subject area, technology is involved. And as you take a tour, you'll find out that technology is lacking. And in the places where there are some computers that you can actually see the screens, the internet is so bad that if 10 students get on at one time, the thing might shut down, or maybe the paper that you need to download will not work. So those are just a couple examples. So manipulatives, resources, internet, just the basic tools that students need to learn and teachers need to teach will improve once this renovation project is done. And who wants to raise their hand to answer the next set of questions? I will bring us to our answer.
Hi, my name is Mendez and I teach at Barrows. I've been in district for 21 years. I currently have a daughter who's a junior here at Windham High School, and I have 2 other children who are at the elementary level. So the question that I was asked to answer is, some critics claim the high school renovation will not lead to improved achievement. Did our Windham students now attending Barrows improve after going to this modern school facility? And then in parentheses, personal growth. I'm happy to say that all of our students show personal growth from year to year, but to give you perspective on what that looks like at Barrows, all students in grades 5 through 8, or 5 and 8, in the state of Connecticut take the CMT science test every year. Our students at Barrows in grades 5 and 8 have outperformed their peers in the entire state of Connecticut. Our percentages of students reaching goal or higher are greater than the entire state of Connecticut. So, because of that, or partly due to that, is because we have the technology and the resources that we need to teach these children how to investigate, how to collaborate, how to communicate. They have the tools and resources that they can access. For example, my kids have one-to-one iPads. Every student in that school has a one-to-one iPad. We have 22 laptops that we have available to us at every grade level. When we get on the internet to research things and to investigate things, where we have tools like probes and sensors and microscopes, they work. They work. Our systems don't crash, so our kids are able to complete all the steps that they need to reach that higher level of understanding.
I just want to add to that from the perspective of a high school teacher. Every year, as Windham high school teachers, we mourn the loss of our students to out-of-district placements. And the reality is that this building is one of the reasons students choose not to come here. And we need to change that so that we retain our students and continue that growth that we've seen through our K-8 students. We want to have that here as well. We are well on our way to having that here, and renovating the building will help support that even further. I have a question. How can the STEAM high school be used to attract some of the new jobs that we know are coming in our economy and new businesses to Windham? And I think we've already heard some encouraging stuff tonight about the growth of Windham that's projected by the state. And I truly believe if you build it, they will come. We've certainly seen that with the creation of Barrows. And if you look at other larger scale models, like what's going on in Cambridge and Boston right now with the tech corridor, you look at Silicon Valley, this is a fantastic place to live and raise children. I firmly believe that. We have 2 state universities within 20 minutes, affordable housing, and if we can build a school that will attract and retain students, we will be just a vibrant, well-functioning community. And I hope that we can make that vision a reality.
All right, we have a couple extra questions which we will post. They may overlap a little with some of we've already added, and people can certainly send in additional questions. We're going to get ready for tours right now, so we encourage you to get into a group with a tour guide. And they're right out in front where you came in.
I'm going to ask everyone, we're going to have a slight addendum to before you get out. I want you to go to the front for the tour of the building, but there's something that if some of you could, I actually want you all to come up here on the stage. There's something back here that we actually need to show you in terms of the building and what some of the things that we have that the school has to do to stay in code. So if you don't mind taking a few steps up the stairs, we're going to show you here. Then you're going to move to the front of the entrance, and then we'll take a tour.